Hey you, I bet you have a ton of books on your shelves that you forgot about, that you haven't read, that are on your TBR. I bet your shelves are popping with books waiting to be read. I bet there's a book on that shelf that you've been meaning to read all year long and you still haven't gotten to it. Well, I've got a solution to that, and it's going to take a little bit of sacrifice on your part. Are you up to the challenge? Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is MJ. Welcome or welcome back if you have been here and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The wind is right, the air is changing, the seasons are changing, and Criminali sent out the, hey. So here we are. It's that time of year. It's time for Read What You Own 25-26. Now you may be asking yourself, what is this madness? Read What You Own sounds crazy, but actually it's a really, really good thing. So we get excited to read the books on our shelves. We hunker down and we read the books on our shelves, okay? Those are the only requirements. It doesn't have to be on your shelves. It could be books on your e-readers too, okay? There's no shame. Audiobooks, ebooks, physical books, whatever's hanging out there that you haven't read yet. That's what this challenge is for, okay? And I'm a sadist because I honestly love this challenge because it takes place during one of my most favorite reading times during the year, the fall and the winter. By spring, I'm good. Let's move on. So this challenge was created by Criminali. This is the 5th year for the challenge. This is my 4th year doing it. I've only succeeded once. 1 year, 2023 is when 2023 is when I succeeded. Yeah, and I completed the 100. Took me till August, but I did it. So this year, it's basically going to be the same. Now, the wonderful thing about this is that you create your own rules, okay? There are tiers set up. This is not a scary challenge. You contour this to what you want it to be, okay? Hold my hand. I'll walk you through it, all right? I'll walk you through it. I'm actually going to get my rules from last year, and we're going to go through them because most of them apply except one. Okay, so these tiers were decided on by the group. I think this is the 2nd year for page count. So I'm going to go through them, and I'll also list them in the description box so you don't need to memorize anything, okay? So you don't have to do this. But we have tin tier, which is 10 books or 2,500 pages. Bronze, which is 25 books or 6,250 pages. Silver, 50 books or 12,500 pages. Gold, 75 books or 18,750 pages. And the highest is platinum, which is 100 books or 25,000 pages. Okay. So I also like to incorporate the speed. So I'm not a fast reader at all because of life scheduling, hobbies outside of reading, life outside of reading, writing. So for me personally, I'm going to take the turtle approach, like the fable of the turtle in the hare. I'm going to start with tin, and I'm going to keep moving my way. So fast or slow and steady wins the race. That's my attitude going into this. Slow and steady wins the race. But my ultimate goal is going to be 100 because I checked out. I just checked out last year. I was done. No, I don't even know what was going on, but I hit 42 books last year, and I ended on April 26th. So I'm going to try for 100, and I'm going to try for 100 by Independent Bookstore Day, which is around that date. It's usually around April 20th through the 27th. It's one of those dates in there. And we'll see how far I get. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get further than this, because and you're going to see tons of videos on this by myself, co-hosts, myself, Crystal at Fiber Artsy, and Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads, along with the Mastermind Criminale. We're going to be coaching you through, we're going to be giving you updates as to how our personal challenges are going. And I actually have a playlist, and there's some good content in there with, like, you know, pep talks and all the good stuff that you need to make it through the challenge. And I seriously need to, like, watch some of that stuff. So for me, it's going to be a mix of, you know, vintage paperbacks, hardcovers, ebooks, all different sizes. I'm not going, you know, slim books. I have a lot of slim books, like this is my new addiction. And you'll see this in tomorrow's book haul, but just the perfect paperback size. I'm going to be all over that this season. And, you know, I have Alchemized, that's 1,000 pages. I want to read that before the end of the year. So there's going to be quite a lot. So those are the tiers. This is a tracker that I created a couple years ago. It's over on a website called Gumroad. Now this is laminated. So the tracker is available as a download. No paper, no ink, no copier, no lamination. It's an electronic file, and then you print it out yourself. You can take it to an Office Max, you can take it to a Staples and get it laminated, and then you can use it year after year, or you can just print it out year after year after year, and you can check off the books as you go along. This is $3. I think Gumroad takes like 75 cents or something like that. And then whatever's left goes into kitty, and that kitty is going to be donated to the American Library Association when, you know, we all decide to finish the challenge sometime, probably in like April or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, it's handy. Let's get to my rules, shall we? I have last year's rules, and I'm quite interested to see what I actually wrote. Wow. I actually had a nice setup that I didn't follow. So I'm going to do 10 nonfiction, 10 poetry, and 10 science fiction. And I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to actually rip this out. And I'm going to change the dates, and I'm going to use this sheet all over again. So I think that's a nice way of varying it up. Okay. Read what I own before November 5th. That is the start time. Remember the 5th of November. That's the start date. Gifts are accepted and count. I can accept gifts. I can read those books and count them in my tally. ARCs are accepted. If traveling out of state or out of country, book buying is okay. I don't foresee myself traveling anytime soon, but if I had to and there was a cute bookstore, I could visit it and I can get some books. Not in my state, but in another state. Physical and ebooks count. 25 preloaded Kindle Unlimited books count. So I preload them in Kindle Unlimited and I can read them. That's the deal. Read 10 nonfiction, read 10 poetry, read 10 science fiction. Ultimate goal is 100, finish before, well, last year it was finished before the year before date. So I'm doing the same thing basically. I have to finish before like April 26th. And the additional rule that I'm doing is on my birthday, I can shop for books and I could do one of those cute little birthday, what do they call it? Like, you know, you go to Barnes & Noble and you get to run around for 5 minutes and then you can get all the books that you want and then your husband pays for it at the checkout. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm getting motivated, and how I'm getting motivated, I'm cataloging my library now. I'm using Library Thing. I have a scanner and I'm scanning every single book that has a barcode. And if it doesn't have a barcode, I'm going in and entering it. So there's going to be a lot of videos focusing on my shelves. People have been asking for shelf tours for a while. They need to be organized. They need to be organized. If you saw my Garbagas shelf up here, you would die. You would die. There's books hanging by a thread. So those are the videos that I'm going to be doing during this time, as well as shopping my shelves, right? I have a little coffee bar over there. So we're going to experience my office and have a coffee date, right? Why not? So the number one thing with going into this challenge is going in with a positive mindset that this is going to be a wonderful thing. It's going to be a journey of discovery. It's going to be getting to reach a goal that probably maybe you haven't achieved in a long time, you know, setting a number for yourself and then checking off that box, shaving down your TBR a little bit. You contour this to yourself, and that's completely what I love about this challenge, okay? When I first heard about it, I'm like, no, that's never happening. Guess what? This is my 4th year now, four out of 5, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So I will link all of the co-hosts down below. Be sure to watch all of their videos. I will start a new playlist for Read What You Own 2025, 2026. Be sure to check out those. Be sure to check out my old videos because you will get so many hairstyles. You won't know what decade you're in. Just saying. You won't know what decade you're in. And yes, it's the same person. It's the same person, just different hair. All right. I think that's it. Okay. So we got to get psyched up. We got to get primed up. We're going in hard, and we're coming out strong. That's it. Rereads. Rereads also count. I love a good reread. There's some books I read every single year around Christmas time. Those count. So if I didn't mention it, that's one of my rules I'm adding. Rereads count. Okay? Okay. So I guess the rules I can't break is a new release. I could read it, but it won't count if I get it from the library. Okay. If I have it on my shelves and I can find the e-copy, that's fine. Or the audiobook, that's fine. I have to own it though. I have to own it for it to count. But I think that's it. I think those are the major things. I'm sure we will be doing another video before the kickoff, which is November 5th. I think, and I invite my co-host to do this. I'm going to do a 10 before the end, which is 10 books before the end of 2025. 10 books that I really want to get to. Okay. So I challenge you. And if there's any books that you guys are interested in reading, leave them in the comment section for me down below. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it. Get pumped, get psyched. This is going to be a great experience. And if you think I'm crazy like a fox. All right. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, goodbye for now and set those goals.